Good morning, students. Today, once again, we are moving ahead towards microeconomics, chapter 2nd, that is central problems of an economy. Students, we have discussed various topics in this, basically various concepts. The last concept that we were discussing was your PPC and its various, you can say, interrelated concepts related to it. So moving ahead with that, I'll start with today PPC and opportunity cost. Students, here it becomes essential to make you revise one more time your PPC. PPC is your production possibility curve. It shows a number of combinations of two goods, that could be X and Y, good X and good Y. It shows that if one we have to increase, we have to decrease the other good. Other than that, the assumptions on which this curve is being made, it was that the resources are given, the resources are efficiently and effectively and fully utilized, and resources and the technology doesn't change. Keeping in mind with these assumptions, when we frame the curve, it is a downward sloping curve and concave to the origin. We have discussed how the problem of choice persists in what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. What to produce means capital goods, or we should produce your consumable goods. How to produce means how to technique to be used, that is your first is your labor intensive technique or your capital intensive technique. Then we have discussed for whom to produce, which was basically the distribution of income among rich and poor. We have also discussed the shifts in the graph. Now moving on to head today, we will start with PPC and opportunity cost. We have already discussed that when combination of goods are there, to increase one we have to decrease other. Keeping in mind with this concept, understand this. They say that a piece of land is there. On the same land, we think, or we can say we are doing or growing two crops. So two uses can be there particularly. That is use 1 and use 2. Use 1, we are growing wheat, and use 2, we are growing rice. Alright, it can be say crop 1, crop 2. And economics says that use 1 and use 2, they say they as opportunity 1 and opportunity 2. Two opportunities are there to do anything. We have one opportunity to grow more of the rice and one opportunity to grow whole of the wheat. But since we want to grow both the crops, so we have taken two considerations. We have considered two uses, use 1 and use 2. So they are termed as use 1, opportunity 1, and use 2 as opportunity 2. Now, what does this say? What is actually now there? Shifting from opportunity 1 to opportunity 2 involves some cost. Some cost is there. I am running some business, for example, and if I have to start or I have to modernize it, I have to put some investment in it. So I am moving on ahead. So what is there? The difference is there. I am compromising with the cost. So they say that shifting from opportunity 1 to opportunity 2 involves some cost. Here, if I am growing wheat and now I have to grow rice, then obviously for rice I had to invest my money. So that is costing is involved. So that minimum, you can say that minimum costing is what? It is the loss of output in opportunity 1. It is the loss of output as we were getting the profit of what we were doing it. Whole of the week I was growing. So whole of the money I was getting out of it. My costing was I have taken out. But now I am moving on to opportunity 2. For that I have to involve with some money to shift from one to another. That costing is known as your loss of the output. And that is of opportunity 1. Moving ahead with this, we come to the definition of opportunity cost. What is opportunity cost in actual? In technical terms, opportunity cost is the cost of shifting resources from one use, that is opportunity 1, to the other, that is opportunity 2. That is, if I have taken wheat and rice, then cost of shifting resources from wheat to rice. Understood? It is equal to the loss of output in use 1. When I move on to the use 2, then some of the output would be lost. So that loss is known as opportunity cost when shifted from use 1 to use 2. Now, this was as simple as opportunity cost. Now, what is total opportunity cost? Total opportunity cost says total loss of output. Whatever total loss we have got it to shift from one opportunity to other, that is considered as total opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is just the, you can say, that particular loss of costing from one to another. In totality, that is what is loss is known as total opportunity cost. With this, we get one more important concept, that is marginal opportunity cost, which is also termed as MOC. MOC is also known as marginal rate of transformation, MRT. So MOC is asked or MRT is asked, it is same. Now we'll understand what is MRT. MRT refers to opportunity cost per unit of additional output of crop 2. Whatever step by step we will be inputting into the crop 2, the loss that is because of that is known as marginal opportunity cost because of cost per unit of additional output of crop 2. When some resources are shifted from one opportunity to the other, that is from crop 1 to crop 2. On the whole, when we calculate it as total opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the cost when we shift from one to another. Marginal says, marginal is being calculated per unit cost. Understood? Concepts remains the same. Here is the graph representing this concept. Before that, the formula of marginal opportunity cost is delta loss of output of crop 1 divided by a delta gain of output of crop 2. Definitely, when one is being decreased, the other would increase. And the loss that we are into of the opportunity 1 would be the gain of other. So here is the diagram showing, curve showing. Students, you can very well say is the normal PPC curve. It's sloping downwards, right? And it is concave to the origin. X and Y are the axes. On x-axis, I have taken crop 2 and opportunity 2. On the y-axis, I have taken opportunity 1 or crop 1. Alright. I haven't mentioned any of the crop, as you can take any of the things. Now if you see the curve, we have come to the following assumptions as they were. PPC was there, that given land is there, work is being done on a given land. Shift from crop 1 to crop 2, it is shown. All resources are efficiently used because because there is only one curve and marks are there. So this means that the points on there is efficiently used, and technology remains same, that is why it is PPC. Alright, now what does it says? See, prior I was growing, it shows that OA was the crop 1 and OB was there, crop 2. After that, a shift or change was there, OR, then it turned into here crop 2 till OL. When it turned to shifted lesser to OS crop 1, more of SE is there, that is OM is there. It clearly shows that when we have reduced crop 1, we increased crop 2. First, from this, we got this. So, from here we can make out this conclusion that when resources are shifted from crop 1 to crop 2, it says loss of output of crop 1 and it's gain of output of crop 2. Alright, and RS upon LM equals to CD upon DE. That means CD upon DE, delta loss upon delta gain. And in totality, if I say in terms of that, suppose loss of output is 50 and gain of output is 25, then MOC when we calculate is delta loss upon delta gain is 50 upon 25, that is 2 tons. This is how we calculate our MOC. So students, we get to understand this, that marginal opportunity cost is taken out at the cost of per unit loss of the output for shifting of opportunity 1 to opportunity 2. So students, will keep it here till now, and in the next part we will move on with other concepts of this chapter. Till then, thank you.